Welcome to a new video here. As you might be able to tell, we are in my bathroom today, and that means it's to do with my hair. But no, it's not the usual to do with my hair. And if you do enjoy these hair videos and whatnot, then please subscribe and hit that huge bell so you know when they happen. But on that note, why this is different somewhat than usual, but still to do with my hair, as my hair is getting a little dirty, whatnot, and I wanted to try something, and this was what I found. This red coloring shampoo. I wanted to try this on my hair because I have red hair, as you know, of course. But this is kind of made more for the semi-permanent, where as you wash it, it gets lighter because the semi-permanent part, that's not as permanent, starts washing out, getting lighter. So I'm not sure how much this is going to do tons and tons. And my hair is pretty red. But what I was thinking is sometimes there's certain hair dyes I use that are a little bit brighter, like L'Oreal one that I use. It's brighter than what was that one? You know, the other one I use that's like the mango color. The live one, I think, something live. That's one of the versions they have. And with the Revlon hair dye, sometimes that extra oomph that it has washes out. At least I think it does. So we're going to try this red hair shampoo, and it actually is red. They do recommend to combat this with their semi-permanent hair dyes. Probably other semi-permanent hair dyes might work with this as well. But of course it's going to be made more potentially for theirs. I think it's a UK brand because it says by Renbow UK Ltd, like UK underneath in tiny little letters. So it could have originated from somewhere else, maybe, I don't know, or it's made, because down here I think is like not fully what it said on most bottles in this country, I think, because I was told. But yeah, I think this is a UK brand of hair shampoo, which is for red. So we're going to try this bad boy out today and see how it umps my hair and washes it and all that awesomeness is. This was about £9 something, got free shipping, and got this on eBay. When I'm not sure where to go for these kind of things, then I usually go on eBay to see what people are selling. Yes, multiple sellers sell this, but they're like buying it to sell off like a brand, and so the one I bought it from like collects different quality products to sell in their shops. It's kind of like, you know, Superdrug sells all these different brands, and there's nothing wrong with those kind of places doing that. So I didn't get it directly from these people because I just got it from eBay, and that kind of worked. It said it was 3-day shipping, but then in like print, like in the description, it said it takes about a day. So I guess they do that as leeway because 3 days, but then it is 1 day. I got like next day it came, I had to sign for it because it was FedEx and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're going to try this bad boy today. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. So let's slather some of this on. But of course, this is not going to be conditioning or like it actually is hair dye, even though it kind of looks like a semi-permanent hair dye bottle when you get ones that are in a bottle like this. This is not, so I need to get my hair nice and wet, and then we'll lather on this and see what it does as I wash my hair. Now here we go. As you can see, my hair is dripping wet. Right here is my sink, so it's dripping right into the sink. We're now going to lather on this shampoo. Do need to make sure my hands are wet, of course. Get my hands nice and wet. Let's get some of this out. As you can see, it is nice and red. Don't want to use too much, as I don't have a lot of hair. So lather it on my hands. I know it's not going to dye my hands because it is shampoo. So. It smells fruity, and I kind of like the smell. It's nice. Lather it on. Might have to do it twice slightly because I do like to make sure my hair is nice and lathered on. Let's try that with another little set there. It's really strange. It looks like a jelly, funny consistency. So, because we do want a lathery kind of consistency somewhat. Rinse this out and do another pass of it to make sure it's lathered so my hair gets nice and clean in the process. So it has not lathered even the second time, but I wonder if that's because this is made for keeping your hair with the color. So hair dye doesn't lather, and it does something to my hair where it makes it give it a little bit of an oomph and niceness. So maybe it's supposed to be like that. But what we're going to do is I'm going to use one of my conditioners here. This is a coloring mask, so we'll add that into it as well. This is just something I had from an oldish hair dye that I don't use now, but I usually use these kind of things too because they're quality things that come with the hair dyes I get. Conditioners. So I'm just kind of lathering on a little bit of conditioner. That is a hair mask conditioner, so it will give it a little more of an oomph. I don't know if I'm seeing a difference. My hair is pretty red, so maybe it has added a difference. So let me just rinse this all out and get it looking good, and we'll check back in and see how it looks. So here we are with my hair now getting nice and dried, and my towel. Okay, yes, this is a huge ass towel, and I don't have that much hair, but it's red, and I thought I'd do red and stuff. So to get this going faster, to really see how it looks, we're going to quickly use my nice handy dandy hair dryer comb here that I have here. If you want to see that more in depth of me talking about how this is, my video's on my channel. But as we're just going to quickly go through and get my hair nice and dried and see how this looks and somewhat styled. So yeah, we'll quickly get into this, style it up, get all nice, and we'll have that. Well, there we go with my hair nice and done and dried with my simple hair dryer here. I gotta say, this is looking pretty good. I do think this hair shampoo for red hair dye hair has done a pretty nice job. I do think it's added that little bit of oomph to the red to kind of balance out the slight brown. I don't fully dislike brown hair or anything, but I do want the red to come out a little bit more on the darker parts somewhat. But I do think it's really done most of the work where you can see it maybe the most is here on my lighter color kind of money piece, or used to be my money piece, and now is more of whatever you call it when you put little bits in your hair. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's pretty nice if I do say so myself. It didn't lather like typical shampoo, but I would say that's probably because, like I said, it is made to be helping with your color shampoo. So it probably is like what hair dye does, which doesn't lather because it's hair dye. And that dyes your hair. It does give a nice silky, and it usually makes my hair more nice. And what do you call it? Fluffy-ish, if that makes sense. Usually the hair dye, I usually use a little bit of shampoo even if hair dye doesn't say to use it, because it does help to get the extra excess color out, at least in my opinion. But yeah, this helps to get that little bit that seems to wash out, or the sun seems to like lighten it and take it out a little bit and stuff. So this adds that back in. They do have other ones for other hair colors like purple, blonde, this one. I'm not sure what the other ones were, but if you want to look it up, I got this on eBay, like I said earlier, and I did think it did a very nice job adding that in, if you can tell here. And here's a picture of me outside with full on outside natural lighting of the sun, even if it's like overcast and whatnot. And that, maybe that can be the more, of course, when I didn't use this in this picture, which is outside as well, the color does show more in that picture right there than it does in lighting. That's just a little bit of outside, inside the studio and such. So there is going to be, it's always going to vary, but I do think it's done what I've wanted. I will give you a slight update of when I use it next time. Again, more full on maybe, and it full on shower, whatever. I'll let you know if it actually is really what it says. But at the time being, at this moment, I say it is good, and it did the slight oomph that I wanted for myself. So all in all, with my red hair getting a little bit more red, because you know I like to find what I can to keep that slightly more red than going to the brown side of it. It's now been a few months since I've been using that hair shampoo for red hair, I wanted to give you an update here of fully what I thought is. It's now been a few months, been using it and using it and using it religiously every single day, even if I just dyed my hair. And I will have to tell you what I really think, and what I think is, it is amazing. I already thought it was pretty good, and I think it was doing something then. At that time, I couldn't tell because of the color I was adding in my hair. But since then, I've dyed my hair a little bit differently, with a different kind of red to give it the more reddish I wanted. And then this can keep that part because I have the right hair dye and all that stuff. Because with this, as I've started to know, this is semi-permanent pink hair dye. And usually this is a lot lighter and almost like gone by now. And it's been in there for a few, no, I wouldn't say months, a couple weeks or so. Because it's semi-permanent pink. So it usually doesn't stay this red or like pinkish red. It's more like a pinkish, more of the red to pink because of what I put it on top of. But because pink does have red in it, because that's how you make pink. But that's beside the point. I just wanted to show you because it's keeping this really nice and red. It's definitely doing the thing I would tell you it's doing. I can keep that slight oomph of the red that I like. Well, with all that in mind, if that's helped you kind of like wonder about these kind of shampoos, and maybe this is one you want or a different one, because they might all be pretty much just as good, especially if you get one that is made for certain, like already kind of to go with hair dyes, because I know they have semi-permanent hair dyes that it could go with. So yeah, if you have the right hair color and you're in light enough, somewhat semi-permanent-ish, kind of like me here, that's why it really does wonders for this part, then I recommend it. But all in all, whatever you want to use it for, even if it's just for that tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of oomph that you feel like your hair is missing after it's been washed a few times, even if you're using permanent dye and the same color all the time, then this could help that little bit of what's coming out of your hair color. So with all in all, thank you. Till next time, sparkle, sparkle, bam!